Ready. Yellow lady. 52. I got you, Pop.
They go back to Murray on first down. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of 2 there. Second down. On second and 12. Breeze. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Breeze. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Tannehill. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. They'll come up second and 6 now from the 24. Here's Tannehill. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you try to stall them out when you do that.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. And look at this, it's a fake. But he will not make the first down marker. And that'll be a turnover on downs.
Ready. Yellow lady. Hey, let's get off the field, D.
On first down, Breeze. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. We're scoreless after 1.
Ready? 52 to mine. Check 52 to mine. Watch QB draw. Mine. Switch it. Left in.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Taysom Hill, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go now.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Now a run with McCaffrey. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Here's Tannehill. Airing it out deep for Woods. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Try to get it to Woods.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's hauled away down to the 6-yard line. A big run that time by Murray. 58 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Now Jones. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
He may try and run for this. He'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down. This situation in the 4th quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in announcing a firing. There is no way he goes for it.
Touchdown, Packers! Michael Thomas, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make the score 14-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And now the throw hauled in by Green. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Play action, it's Tannehill. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. It was Breland Speaks getting home to the quarterback that time. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. To throw is Tannehill. And he's going to go down again. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Hey, wahoo!
Third and long. It's Tannehill. Going deep for Walker. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down. Earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Throwing now is Breeze. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The sack there by Roquan Smith. On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. Looking long for Thomas. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Packers. Michael Thomas, 76 yards. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Yes, Michael Thomas is a volume receiver, but he can also make some really big plays, especially with Drew Brees throwing the football.
I love the way you described it. Volume receiver who could also make big plays. In other words, if you underestimate him, he'll run past you or he'll just jump over the top of you and continue to make those big plays.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with...
And that's caught inside the 30. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Hey, echo.
On 2nd and 10, Tannehill gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11th. Again, Tannehill finding Green complete. And he's brought down. 10 more there and another 1st down. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Christian McCaffrey in the final seconds of the first half as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. From the gun, it's Breeze. Looking for Marshall, but it's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead? Not so fast. That pick six really changes the complexion, probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now, probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
The final shot here before the break, Tannehill. And this is going to be caught. So they get 2 more on the half's final play, and they shave 8 off this deficit as we head to the break. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, so it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Ready. Yellow waiting. You better be afraid of me.
This is Murray. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Again, it's Murray. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Kill.
Now Breeze on third down. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Kirk, his second touchdown on the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Now Breeze will bring his guys to the line to go for 2.
He's coming. Kill. He's coming.
Shotgun now for Breeze. Completes it to Breen. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They start on the ground with McCaffrey, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be third down at about the length of the football.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and inches.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run with McCaffrey. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
On the ready. Mike 35. Let's go, baby. Turnover. Get that ball. Let's go.
From the 41, Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh. Nice, sweetheart. Hey, nice 7, nice.
From the gun on third down, Tannehill. He's going to air it out deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. And the drive starts with a completion left side. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Thomas, the intended target. That'll bring up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Kill. Hey, switch gears. Under. Kill. Turn it up. Kill.
From midfield, here's Breeze. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Matthias Farley. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Off play action, Tannehill. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
Well, I think it's safe to say that the 3rd quarter's not been a whole lot of fun for him. A couple of interceptions thrown. He seems to be a different man here in the 2nd half.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Open man is Kirk, complete. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. Breeze now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Now a first carry here for Shane Vereen. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
52's the mic. Hey, it's orbit. I smell fear in that offense.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Breeze. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Sammy.
Here's Breeze to throw. And able to find Kirk complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 26-yard line. On 1st down, Murray. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Breeze. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Breeze going to throw. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Michael Kendricks coming in to drop him.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. Third and long, why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack there by Trent Murphy. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. On the ground, McCaffrey. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 8 yards on the run there, and that trims it to a 3rd and 11 coming up.
It's a gain of 8, and it brings up 3rd down.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 11. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And that will be incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Watch tight, tight ends right. Watch tight, tight ends go.
On 4th down, Tannehill. And he locates Walker, complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, Steve 6.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. And Walker has it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Hey, check motion man. Put your hands on him. Get hands on him. Ready?
Throwing again is Tannehill. Completes it to Aguilar. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 28.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Go.
Tannehill on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Back to the air. Tannehill on 2nd down. And that's complete. It's Green here. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 12-yard line. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down, Tannehill. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. That's caught by Woods for a Raider touchdown. Robert Woods, his 1st touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
Hey, exit. 198.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
Well, there's some excitement, right? Go for two, and instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give him a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rallied.
Exactly, and getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
And it's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
Ready.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And that's the type of run that they're looking for because they'll need to continue to rely on him to move the sticks in this tight game in order to preserve this lead.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they try to sweep to Jones. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. 2nd and 12, and you have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming.
You're good, you're good.
Again, it's Jones. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. Ready. 95-56. Mike 41. Mike 41.
On third down, here's Jones. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a gain of 3 there, and that should be just about all she wrote. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now Breeze. They get just 2 out of it there, and it's second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Kill. Check 61. Matchbox lights. Hey, Charlie. Hey, easy.
Back to throw, Breeze. And Thomas has it. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Here's Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, they've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. He's picked off just shy of midfield, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Hey, 5-9.
49-yard line.
Pick it up. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight right.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end, but now this game